Hello everyone, this is Zhenya, and this is Creative Moment with Zhenya. I wanted to go on Minka Live, but it didn't work out, so we just have to send that video over to them. I'm Zhenya. I am a creative doula and energy healing facilitator, and I am here to really bring creativity to your life, to and allow it to really change you. And you know, the obvious question is, well, I'm not creative, or I don't know what creativity means, or I can't really, doesn't really resonate for me. And I just want to say that you are creative, that you have creative energy, that you have a connection to, from the way you see yourself, to what you create, to what you make, to what you cook, to how you resonate with music, the elements, seasons. This is all creative juices, and so we can really connect to that, and not for the sake of creating, to the sake of drawing, or you know, like producing anything, but actually connecting with the energy can really move things in our life, and really allow us to feel more confident, and allow us to be more flexible, solve problems in a new way, see things from new angles. And so, you know, lots of beautiful things. So as I always start my creative moments, you know, the supporting elements, the supporting seasons that we're moving through. Leo season, of course, the season of self-expression, and just standing out and being in your voice, and just really allowing our sun to shine through. And the moon, of course, our emotional side, the side that we oftentimes don't show, is in Libra today, and really it's all about collaboration and partnerships and community, and really relating emotionally with others, because sometimes we sort of need a sounding board for how we feel, because sometimes it might be hard to come up with the exact words, but yeah, if you're feeling it, it's valid. There's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, it's a really great invitation to sort of like be with others and partner, and kind of be a soundboard for people, allow people to be a soundboard for you, how you're feeling, what you're moving through. So to that extent, well, let's get into a grounding meditation and really connect to our hearts, our bodies, the vessels that carry us through this life, this space, this moment. So go ahead and get comfortable, and feel free to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever feels comfortable. And take a nice gentle deep breath in, and exhale out. And if you just want to put your hands up toward your chest, kind of like below your collarbone, when you breathe in, and just feel that breath expanding your chest. And feel the breath being released on the exhale. And just continue to breathe gently and slowly, and start to notice the sensations on your skin, how your clothes touch your body, where you're feeling it, where you feel heat, where you feel cold perhaps. Is there a breeze in the room? And just notice where you are in the space, with your eyes closed, and just sense into the space where you are. And notice where your feet are on the ground. If you're sitting on the ground, or you're sitting in a chair and your feet are touching the ground. And just allow yourself to feel that groundedness, that support that Mama Earth offers us. Allow yourself to feel that support coming from your feet up towards your pelvis, your chest, up through your neck and your face. And allow that energy to just exit the top of your head through your temples. And just allow that fluid movement of energy hold you. And go ahead and put your hands on your heart right in the middle of your chest. And start to notice if there's any tingling, any warmth, any tenderness that you feel. Creativity is a heart-centered practice. When we connect to our body, our anchor, our guiding system, which is our heart, we can really open ourselves up to what wants to come through and express itself through us. And so when we touch our heart, we can really connect to that divine love, support, and guidance. And ask yourself, as you sit quietly, both in your chest, connecting with your heart, what wants to come through today for you? What wants to be said and spoken? And maybe you don't have an answer, and that's okay. We're just asking the questions for now. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and look around you, anchor yourself in the physical space. Hi, welcome Richard. So, what you will need for today's creative moment is just really simple stuff. Like always, I try to make these sessions as accessible as possible, so really simple stuff. I'm going to ask you to take out a few pages. I'd start with 3, but you know, if you've got 1, just whatever you have. We're also going to need some tape to tape down our paper. And we're going to need some pencils, some colorful utensils. I have pencils here. If you've got markers, if you've got pens, colorful pens, I'm going to just take a few minutes for you to go get what you need. Oh, and also rubber bands. We just need one nice tight rubber band. So I'm just going to wait for a moment while you get that if you don't have it. And I'm going to just talk briefly about this creative prompt that I am kind of excited about. I was really moved by an LED projection that I saw this weekend. Shout out to Bill, who set this beautiful LED projection out onto the trees that were in the area. It was just really beautiful. And I just looked at the light that was projecting out, and I just was moved by the colors, and it just looked like if you can think of a flame, like looking at a flame, and seeing that kind of smoke coming from above it, well, you could see that smoke but in different colors. And so I thought, ooh, how can I create that? How can I recreate essentially manifestation of how air combines with fire and creates this beautiful effect. So I thought, I could probably do this. I could probably try to recreate it, or it just moved me to create the session. So what I'm gonna need you to do is take your markers, your pencils, and sort of line them up so they're flat. Okay? So when they're flat, just put the rubber band around it so it stays nice and steady. So when you were a kid, you probably did this. You probably kind of thought, oh, let me look at all these pencils and put them together and draw. So we're getting back to that, essentially. So what I want you to do is I want you to, let's start with one paper, but allow the space for you to be able to tape more papers around you. So if you're at a table, kind of spread the paper, but line it up kind of next to each other, right? So I'm going to start with 2 pages, and I'm going to line them up actually. So it's your choice. You want to line them horizontally or vertically? It's up to you, because we're going to start either from the bottom or the top or the sides. But the paper needs to be, so whichever direction you want to go towards, you want to make sure that paper is over the other one, right? So that it's a nice clean line for pencils. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, I think I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do 2 pages like this, and the top page is gonna be below the bottom page, right? Because I'm gonna start from the bottom. I'm gonna start from the bottom, but this is really, listen, there's no plan. We're just playing and we're just seeing what we're gonna get, and we're not stuck to a destination. Okay, we're just gonna see, and we're gonna be curious and open-minded, and however it's gonna come out, it's gonna come out beautiful. Okay, so I'm assuming you have your pencils or your pens kind of lined up, and we're just gonna put our pencils down on our paper. Yeah, feel free to start anywhere. Like I said, you could start up or down or the sides, and start to move we're kind of like sensing how this is feeling, right? So put your pencils down and make sure, you might need to shift them a little bit, that they're all touching, right? I gotta kind of shift my pencils a little bit. Or maybe you want to just do them on an incline, like that. I don't know, whatever, right? Or just... And then just kind of start moving the pencils. Just start moving the pencils, up if you started down. And start to slowly kind of, imagine you're like a wind that's slowly coming up, right? So, and just, see if you can move your pencils around, right? Or your pens or whatever you have. And just see what kind of an effect you're having, right? It's kind of cool, actually. Nice. So, if you want to start again from the bottom, maybe in another direction or another spot, go ahead, do that. If you want to start from another location, maybe from the side, start, right? We're exploring how this looks on paper at this moment, okay? Maybe the pencils are kind of moving around, and that's fine. And as you do this, just connect to how you're feeling. Are you curious? Is this kind of like interesting? That these pencils are coming out in this strange design. Yeah? And let me know if it starts to look like smoke to you. If it starts to look like fire. I'm going to take my paper off just to show you. And we're not really trying to make it look like anything. We're just trying to, we're just experimenting, yeah? Richard, how you doing? Okay, so this is what my thing is coming out to. Yours is going to be completely different. It's totally okay. Take another piece of paper. You know? Maybe this time you want to do horizontally. That's what I'm going to do. And think about where you're going to start so that your paper is lined up. The first paper is lined up over the second paper so that the lines become smooth, and your pencils aren't going over the wrong side of the page. I don't know if that makes sense. Take down your paper. You know, and if you want to take 3 pages or 4 pages, you want to just kind of have a larger canvas. This is your day. Okay, maybe you want to change some colors. See, I have these pencils so I want to do a little red. Okay, actually I have markers. I'm gonna try markers. There's no rules, there's no wrong way to do this. We're just having fun. I hope you're having fun when you're watching this now or in the future. I will save this in my... So I just got some markers. I'm lining them up flat-ish on the paper. It's actually a little easier when all the markers or pens or pencils are the same size, but you know, whatever. So maybe you want to do a certain shape. I think you're getting the hang of it a little bit. I hope you are anyway. So I'm gonna start from the left, and just kind of move. And you know, as you're doing this, notice if you're seeing anything on paper, like what's coming up. Like, is there an image that's coming up, right? If you're, you know, filling up all the space, is there something that's coming out from within the image toward you, right? Our imagination is an incredible instrument and can really help us to create things, right? To connect with things that maybe if we didn't apply our imagination, we wouldn't really connect to. So, you know, just it's something to notice, right? Like I'm noticing that there's actually figures coming out from the page because I'm noticing the long hair. I'm noticing this kind of flowing hair in two spots, and I'm kind of feeling like there's these I don't know, I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep, but I'm noticing that, right? Just really important to maybe take the pens or markers off the page and just take a minute to pause. what do you see? And if you don't see anything, that's totally fine too, you know? Maybe you just like the way the colors look. Maybe there's another color you want to add. Can do that. How's this landing for you? Do you want to let me know in the comments? Give me a high five. Let me know if you have a question. So I just added orange to it. I'm just gonna continue moving from one side of the page to the other. And I'm just noticing the energy, the different energies of the drawings that were horizontal. Sorry, vertical and horizontal and vertical. They look different, right? It was just, I just moved the page into another direction. I'm gonna take one more page actually. Yeah. I'm just gonna start from the corner. Yeah, I'm just doing just taking one page. I'm not even taping it down, and I'm just kind of like moving the markers around, right? Kind of like a doodle. It's one of my favorite things to do, by the way. Awesome. I'm done. I'm done with this. So I'm gonna take some water, and I'm gonna remind you to hydrate as well. I'm just going to show you the difference of, and I wish I could see your stuff as well, but I'm just going to show you the different ways that, so you see these like, these shapes, right? To me, they feel like flowy hair, and maybe I'll fill it in at some point and maybe put a face to it. This one was the long way, right? Different, completely different, right? I also used pencils in this one. And then this one was the last one. Why are we doing this? Because we're trying to really get away from the idea that creativity has to be productive, and it has to be something that you make money from, and it has to be of value to other people. This moment, these 20 minutes that we've spent together, I hope has been of value to you, to your sanity, to your mental health, to you connecting to your breath and your body and your heart, right? You've given yourself a 20-minute gift, and you've connected to something that is inherently in you, but that wants to be expressed in a very playful way, right? This is really the scope of my work, is allowing you to really connect to yourself in various ways, and really play and explore and be curious about what's coming up, and what's to come out of you, and allowing that to really shift the way you see the world and you see yourself in it. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm actually I always forget to do this, but I like to always pick a card from an oracle deck. As you know, I love this Roots and Wings oracle deck, and I'm just gonna connect with my deck for a moment. I'm actually gonna shuffle it, and I'm gonna ask for guidance in this moment as we finish up. And if you're watching and you want to just ask for what you need in this reading, there's something that needs to move through you, needs to be heard, needs some clarity, maybe offer it to you. So I don't usually do this, but the card fell out, and this is a wolf card. And it feels to me like the expression, the authentic voice of the wolf behind a full moon, in expressing its emotions, expressing who they are. It's sort of what we're doing right now, connecting, expressing, and really staying true to what wants to come forth from us. We have these beautiful bodies that are really a vessel of communication from us to the world and vice versa. So may this reading, may this creative moment, may it have supported you. And I will see you next month. I do this once a month. I hope to see you as well, Richard. I haven't seen you before, so welcome. And yeah, stay cool in the summer. Stay open. Stay soft and tending. And may this medicine support you today and anytime you come back to it. Okay? Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.